Well, I just got back from getting a load of wood, me and the boy. Back the truck in the shop. I'm getting ready to go out there and unload it. But we took Thor this morning for surgery. He was there for about 6 hours. Everything went good. He's home recovering. Thor, are you still feeling buzzed? You feel better, buddy? We sure hope so. But yeah, everything went good. Huge relief. But I figured I'd just give everybody an update on that. And I'm going to have... There we go. $20. From there, up to there, all the way over. Can't beat that deal. It's hardwood too. It's got ash, oak, there's some birch in there. But some still got a little dampness on it from being in the pile, but I'll just grab off the top until all the other stuff dries. But hell yeah, brother. Cheap way to heat. We're gonna turn our attention to getting this oil pan painted up. Tony ended up dropping it off to us. So I want to get it painted up so it can dry. And we might have to go to the salvage yard to pick up the actual rear main seal, the cover itself. Tony bring us the actual seal and the gaskets. Pro, there's a part number for you guys. For the one-piece rear main seal, center bolt valve cover, small block Chevys. And he dropped us off an oil pan, which is just a stock Dorman, a 264-100. He had it overnighted. So we have that. But we might have to go to the salvage yard, like I said, and see if we can find 86 and up. Small block Chevy center bolt valve cover, one piece rear main seal, and get the cover off it. He can't seem to find it at the shop. I don't have it here in any of the parts that I bring, because when I bring this engine to here, we ended up, it was just a bare block, and then, you know, brand new rotating assembly, brand new heads, cam, stuff like that. So all the old parts, even the motor mounts, I left at Tony's shop. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do about that. He said he's actually gonna call AutoZone or see if they can order him one. But first things first, we're gonna get this pan painted up. Set this up here for now. And I did cut this box open and up already and looked in here. It's the best oil pan that money can buy, as you can see. And look at this, guys. Brand new, out of the box, rusted drain plug. So I think I got a better drain plug I'm gonna stick in here for him. But yeah, hopefully this oil pan accepts, because this engine, it has the windage tray in it. So hopefully this oil pan works with that setup. So I'm gonna have to, after I get it painted and get it dried, I'm actually gonna take and make sure the oil pump is the correct depth into the sump. So I'll show you a little trick on that. I might already show it in one of my past videos, how to make sure that your oil pump depth is correct in the sump of the oil pan. But first things first, I gotta come over here and make sure I got some Chevy orange. Work my way through this mess here. I know I'm gonna need some brake clean. We'll put that down here. The good old Hornet spray. Oh yeah. Got some old Chevy orange 1620 plastic coat. Is that actually what it is though? Come on, get off of there. Oh yeah. There might be enough there to do that. We also got some VHT. Check to make sure. Chevy orange. And we got some duplicolor. Chevy orange. Chevy orange. You guys got to watch it too, because some of these, I don't know if you can tell, but look at the difference in the caps. This one's a lighter orange than this one, even though it says Chevy orange. Some of these cans, they have a red tint to them, and they'll actually say Chevy orange red on the label there. So you got to be careful. I'm actually going to try and use this VHT, I think. We'll use this VHT, Chevy orange, SP 123. Get my brake clean. We'll get it over here and get it, this oil pan set up out of there. Set this stuff up in here. Wood stove's rocking. I actually moved the fan off of that shelf back there. It was way back there in the corner on that second shelf back there. But I moved it. I put it on my transmission stand here on a little, I think it's an old trash bin, and moved it closer to the stove. That way it's blowing more heat out here into the shop. So, hell yeah. But I'm going to get you guys set up on the tripod, get this oil pan out, get it wiped off, and I might actually flip that engine over too and make sure it clears that window tray before I paint it. That way if he's got to take it back. But I'm going to set you guys on a tripod. Off it and the rails. These take the rails that go on there, but there's the windage tray. That shit's baked on. I tried getting it off. It ain't coming off, so it is what it is. But everything else in here still looks perfect, which it should, because it's brand new. And I put wheel bearing grease around the back part of the crank because that was open, and I didn't want no flash rust to start on that, so I put wheel bearing grease on that. But when you guys are doing these oil pumps too, guys, you always want to make sure you put a tack weld on the pickup tube. I've had them actually drop down in the pan. After time, they can come loose from the pump and drop down in and work its way out of the pump itself and just fall down the bottom of the pan. Then you are SOL, no oil pressure and a brand new engine ruined. But I actually got an oil filter over here. I think I'm actually going to put on that too. Of course, it's a junk Fram, but I think the PH16 is for a small block Chevy. Which I could be wrong. Nope. Wonder what the hell this filter's for. PH16. I thought it was a small block Chevy. But I do think I have a tall Wix filter. Wow, that even looks smaller yet. Oh, that's it. I thought it was bigger around here though, but well, Tony's gonna owe me an oil filter, but I'd like to get that on there. I mean, with it upside right, obviously, and it's always covered. It's usually got a bag over and that sheet, so I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. I could have swore that, let me try it one more time, that pH 16 was for a small block Chevy. But you are wrong. I guess we'll put it back in the box and I'll look up and, God damn it. Get out of my way. I guess we'll put it back in the box here and I'll look it up and see what it's actually for. But I'm gonna stick you guys back on the tripod, get everything set up, and then I'll go through and walk you through how I make sure that the depth of the oil pump and the oil pickup is the correct depth for the sump, and make sure that this pan is going to clear this windage tray. So I'll bring you right. Out there, do not buy Chinese junk. We're swing and a miss here. As you guys can see, I'm bottomed out on the pickup tube, and even the bolt holes. I mean, push this pan. Let me get on this side. That's as far as I can get the pan forward with it binding on the back of the pump, and it ain't even close. I mean, if you tip the back of it up, I can get them to line up that way, but I know we got a one-piece gasket. Let me see what I do believe that's a 1/4 inch gasket. I like a 1/2 inch off the bottom of the pan. I'm trying to do everything with one hand here. Inches, yep. I do believe this is a 1/4 inch. Let me switch hands here on you. All right. Get it in the picture here. Yeah, 2.53, so that's 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch gasket. 1/4 inch is not going to make up that difference. So the other pan, that sat flush on there. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it looks like this end's higher than this end. This end here is higher, and then it slopes down to that would be the driver's side, but not gonna work. I like a 1/2 inch off the bottom of the pan. That's where I usually try and set everything. So we got a 1/4 inch gasket, so we're gonna be a 1/4 inch off. Time you snug that up still and compress that gasket, it's gonna be less than a 1/4 inch. Probably 200. So, you know, it's still going to be right at the bottom of the pan, and that ain't going to work. So, what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to have Tony ship this junk Chinese one back, I think he got it from, I know it's a Dorman pan, but yeah, Auto Value Bay City. So he can ship that back, and I'm just gonna have him order one from Summit. Stock pan. It ain't hitting the windage tray. I can slide it back past the windage tray, but it's definitely bothering out on the pickup tube. I'm gonna actually take it off and set it side by side on the floor next to this one and see if we can visually see anything different. So let me get that off and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, as you guys can see, I put the old one back on here, which is just a piece of shit. It's all beat up. Looks like it's been grounded out. Got major rust here, major deep rust here, but it sits flat. It don't rock. All the bolt holes line up perfectly. And I put it side by side on the floor with that one, and they look similar, but on further investigation, I found I got a witness mark here, as you guys can see that, and a witness mark here. Nothing down in the sump. So it ain't hitting the oil pump pickup like I thought. It's actually hitting on the valley pan here. So I don't know if it's due to, because it's right here at the bend. It looks like it's got a bend here. I don't know how well you guys can see that. It kicks out here where the dipstick tube comes in on the block, and that's exactly where it's hitting. And then it's hitting back here. So I don't know if the valley pan is not down far enough. You know, when they factory welded it, they should have had it down farther in order to it. But anyway, this pan ain't gonna work. So I'm going to get with Tony. Maybe he can try another one, stock pan from AutoZone, and just take this one back and get another one. I would much rather him see you get a Summit brand pan. I've always had good luck with them. No, I'm not a sponsor of Summit Racing, but I do buy all my speed parts through them, and I've always had good luck. Summit brand parts is basically like overstock of a different company. Like say Moroso had an oil pan, and so Summit would buy that pan out and then change the part number, but actually when you pull it out of the pan, it's identical to a Moroso pan, or vice versa, something like that. So I've always had good luck with Summit brand stuff, so I'm going to talk to him, and I'm not going to try pounding that pan in and to get it to fit. I'm not going to take a chance. So it is what it is. I'm glad we kind of mocked it up before I painted it. So I know in the beginning of this video I said I was going to paint it then check, but I had a brain fart. I was like, why would you do that? That's just stupid. Let's see if it fits first, then paint it. I get ahead of myself sometimes. We've had a rough week, which you guys know. Thor Tuesday went for surgery. He's doing awesome. He's back to being a puppy, running around again. It's actually a couple days later. We're actually getting a hell of a snowstorm right now too. We got I don't know, probably about 5 inches last night. The wind actually calmed down, but it was blowing bad out here earlier, and we're supposed to get another 3 to 5 tonight. Johnny's washer and dryer both took a shit last week, so we had to replace that stuff. But we're on the up and up. Everything's looking better, so I'm gonna get a hold of Tony and get with him and have him see what he wants to do. Maybe I can just pop into the shop tomorrow or Monday and use his Summit card and order a pan. And I know we're gonna need a dipstick too. We need a few things yet, so I'll probably just make an order through his Summit account get the rest of the stuff that we need, and then we can get this delivered over to him. But I'm gonna get everything picked up and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, well, we got that junk Chinese pan stuck back in the box here. We're gonna take that back over to Tony's, like I said, and have him return it. And I'm gonna make a summon order and get the rest of the stuff that we need for this engine. He needs some intake plugs. He wants to order a carburetor. He said something about putting a 750 Demon on it. What else do we need? Exhaust gaskets for the headers. There's a couple plugs on the intake that we need. Just oddball stuff. And he's going to be ordering a complete merch serpentine setup for the front. So we got to do some investigation on that to see if what water pump it's actually going to use. Because on some of the merch serpentine setups, they actually spin the water pump backwards. So we got to do some digging into that. But he said he's went so far onto this so far. He just wants to buy a whole front billet accessory kit from merch and get that all set up too. So I'm going to have him go ahead and make one last big order with an oil pan, dipstick tube, exhaust gaskets, carburetor. He's going to need a different thermostat housing because that's just one I had laying around here. And it actually has a hole in the top of it that you could put a gauge in, but we're not going to use that. I think it looks like shit. And he needs a couple breathers for the valve covers. So we're going to be making an order. So I guess I'm going to bag and tag this for now and put it back over in the corner until we get everything we need again. And then we'll get back on it. So, but as usual, guys, I really appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. All right. Bye-bye.